What's going on, everybody? This is Jason, Thrift Trader. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Another live show Thursday night with a special guest again, a guy that buys a lot of storage units and also has his own YouTube channel, Chase Thrifts. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to let Chase introduce himself.
What's going on, guys? This is Chase Thrifts here. I buy storage units and do a lot of other things, but mostly I'm here for storage units, right? So, yeah. So we're doing storage unit talk and just doing a little interview here.
Yeah, for sure, Chase. So, Chase, just a couple questions. Well, actually, let me shout out a few people here in the chat. So we've got the Robert C 2001 in the house, Sergeant Reds. What the hell is here? What's up, guys? George and Jeremy, awesome people. Rump Stump Reseller, Melissa W, Anita Phillips, Beth Hanson. Let's see. Of course, Chase Thrifts is here. We're talking to him right now. So Tracy Thrifts it. Let's see. And a whole bunch more. Thrift Mine is in the house. Wade's Venture in the house. Thanks for coming, Wade. I appreciate it very much. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Wade's Venture or What the Hells, you guys should be, because you're missing out big time. Those guys are amazing people. Amazing people. Definitely hit them up on YouTube. Frontier Flipper. He's a local of mine, also a storage unit buyer. Always great to have him. Thanks for joining. All right, guys. So, Chase, tell us a little bit about your family. Are you married? You got any kids? Where are you from?
I am married. I also have my kids right here trying to steal the camera from me. I have two puppy dogs. Wanda, what are you doing? Here, I'm gonna move you, okay? Okay. So I have two boxers. Those are my kids. I don't have any other kids. I am married oh my gosh, almost 4 years now. In August, be 4 years to be married. And I also I do storage units for fun, basically. I don't really do it for to pay bills or anything. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. She's eating the mic. But I do storage units for fun, and I was going through like a treasure hunt for me. I don't really do it for the money or anything. I've actually given some units back to the original owners if I can find. But I just have a lot of fun doing that, and I work from home from my main job for a big utility company. And I teach at night at a college for electronics, mostly manufacturing. I'm trying to say most manufacturing classes. So a lot of my students are maintenance techs or something like that, working at a factory and going to school part time. So yeah, I take a lot of time to go through storage units and make videos, and I try to make every one of my videos different. And we hear you. I try to make them exciting and different. And I want you to watch the whole thing through, so I try to make it just different from the variety of storage videos I've seen out there. And actually, in 1 week, we'll be marking my first year of doing storage units, my full first year, April 9th. So we're coming up on that pretty quick.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, storage units, I've been buying storage units for only about 3 months now, and it's been an absolute blast. You never know what you're going to find. It's literally like opening up a box of chocolates, right?
Oh, yeah. It's addicting, too. So,
yeah. So you don't, I mean, do you resell a lot of the contents of the storage units? I understand that you're not a reseller full time. You obviously have a different full-time job, but what's your purpose for buying storage units? What's the reason why you even do it in the first place?
So really, I got started like reselling probably 2 years ago. I sold some like old, I'm big into like board games and stuff and card games, but I sold some old game line eBay for the first thing, and I got hooked, and I found out I can have a whole separate bank account for my wife if I start buying, reselling stuff. So that's really why I started. And then I started I've been buying stuff from Goodwill thrift stores a lot, and I'm like, well, and my wife was really into storage work one day, and I sat down and watched it with her. I'm like, that's a whole thing of inventory, one time, one go, and that's why I started buying storage units. And there's a lot of people around here, Indiana, so there's not a lot of competition. So you see my videos where I get $5 storage units all day long. Actually, my last auction, I got 6 of them for $5 a piece, and there was 80 auctions available, and there's a lot that I could have bought, but I just don't have the time or resources to go and get them. So they went unbought, and there was only about 10 guys buying them there. So Indiana's pretty rich for storage units. I shouldn't be giving away my secrets, but yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
it's just one of those things where I really enjoy doing it. I wish I had more time to do it, and I don't know if I'll ever go full time doing it because I don't know if I could. I just graduated college 3 years ago, and I've been teaching for 3 years. And I think I went full time selling is kind of just throwing my degree in the garbage can. So I don't want to do that yet. At least not yet.
Yeah, I understand that absolutely. I mean, do you have plans possibly of becoming a full-time reseller? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I like the fact that I can go and buy a storage unit with like $50 or whatever, and not have to worry about paying my electric bill with that $50, or trying to find enough stuff to pay my mortgage, or stuff like that. So it's nice to. I basically go into it for fun and not worry about if I have like bills over my head to pay or whatever. I recently just opened a flea market booth. I used to all the items that weren't really worth selling on eBay, I would just give away to charities. But I've recently opened a booth that takes a lot of those items and I sell them in my booth, and that actually takes a lot of time too as well. Take stuff. Half the time I don't even clean the stuff I put in my booth. It's just I market it as like rusty, old, dusty stuff straight from the storage unit. You can come in my booth and find stuff that's still dusty from the storage unit, and it's super cheap. Most of my stuff's $1, $5, and I sell a lot. And I still give to charities every once in a while, but I like clothes and stuff. I have somebody that will buy my clothes in bulk. So if I have like 4 or 5 totes of clothes, I have a person that actually got through me on YouTube that will buy them for like $20. I don't really try to mark it up or anything. It's like, here's like 4 totes of clothes, and she takes them and resells them. And I have like 3 or 4 people around town that actually buy clothes from me in big bulks. So that's how I get rid of clothes. I used to give it to Goodwill and stuff. My wife, I actually got a bunch of dresses last couple times from storage units, and she's trying Poshmark. She tried the Vinted app for a little while, but she got shut down because she tried to sell some certain kind of jeans that they can't resell. So they banned her account for some reason. Those jeans I got on the storage unit. So she quit that app, did Smart, but she's sold a few things. But from what I hear from Poshmark, you have to be active on it all the time and like engaging and stuff. We have stuff on there really cheap, like $10 dresses, but she's only sold a few of them, and she's having fun doing it too. So
yeah. Well, that's really cool, Chase. That's really an interesting story. I had no idea that you weren't reselling full time, and there's absolutely nothing at all wrong with that. It's cool that you do it as a pastime. Because that's where I began. I began as a reseller, just for the love of doing it, and I loved it so much. It eventually became my full-time job. But so you said that you've been buying storage units for about a year. Is that right, Chase?
Yeah, in a week it'd be a full year. And I think last year in 2018 I bought over 50 units. I buy usually 1 or 2 every couple of weeks, and I take my time going through them, and then I make a big video about them and everything, and I just take my time doing everything. I don't try to rush it, but I have it on if you go to my YouTube channel, I have it like every Friday I have a new video. It's never on Friday. I either try to get it at the beginning of the week or it's a week late. I'm trying to get a consistent schedule. During the winter months here just happened, I wasn't buying storage units very often because it's so stinking cold out. It was -20, -30 degrees. I don't want to go buy storage units that's that cold. So I wasn't making videos, and really stacked my channel because I was actually getting pretty high in the subscriber count. But then it kind of just like, if you look at my channel, it's at 8,500 right now. And actually the number I keep seeing is 8,533. And then it'll go up like 5 one day, and it'll go back down 5 and go back up 5. It's like I get new ones, then the old ones like, I'll screw you and leave. But I don't, for my YouTube channel, it's not like I'm trying to become a YouTube star either. I think they can look back at my channel and be like, that's what I did over a couple of years ago. You know, like the Facebook memories you got?
Sure.
It pops up. Like, I think it's pretty cool to see like a whole video of like a week of my life going through a storage unit and stuff. And that's why I always include my puppy dogs and my family in my videos, because they all like to watch it and stuff like that. So I think it's cool. But actually, my last auction I went to, I got six units. I actually monetized my videos in December, and all the money I used for my auction. So I had basically $50 in storage lockers for 6 of them, and I had over $600 in fees for U-Haul because my wife is actually using her Explorer, because I used my wife's Explorer with my trailer I built to get most of my storage units. And that week she was busy with Explorer, and so I rented a U-Haul truck, and I spent over $600 from the U-Haul truck in 3 days. So I drove over 500 miles with the U-Haul truck at 80 cents a mile and $40 a day and all the fuel costs. And YouTube paid for all that. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Melissa W. put it in the chat, and it's been put in the chat a few times. Chase Thrifts YouTube channel. There's a URL link in the chat. Please, if you're not subscribed to Chase Thrifts, go and do it. And let me know what subscriber number you are. Just type it in the chat. I would be curious to know. So, all right. So, Chase, where do you go to buy storage units? Do you do live storage units? Do you do online auctions? Where do you go?
So I try to do a lot of mine live anymore. I have had good luck doing online auctions too. It's just this area around here. I feel like, I guess right now everyone's kind of tax rich. It's kind of getting bad. It's kind of getting like down this, don't want to tax money anymore. But sometimes like anything good I want to see goes for ridiculous amounts of money online. So I don't want to buy it really, and because I usually don't get my money back out of units for a while because I'm really, really bad about posting stuff on eBay. I'll go months sometimes without posting something new on eBay. I'd just be sitting in my room. I'd be looking at it and it's like, I really don't want to do that right now. And I'll go do something else. So if I'm going to buy a storage unit, I'm buying something really cheap, and that's where you get live auctions for. And so yeah, because I used to be really big on posting on eBay time, and recently I've gotten to the point where I'll do like a week. I'll do like one day every couple of weeks where I'll post like 10, 15 items, and then I won't touch it again for another 2 weeks.
Sure.
It's just, I think the flea market booth is actually making me more money than eBay right now, which is pretty sad because it doesn't pay out that much either. But I have so much crap in inventory right now. It's ridiculous. I need to sell stuff, but I just don't want. I need to pay someone to list it for me, but I don't want to do that either. So
well,
here we are.
Chase,
I don't want to pay anybody.
Chase, you just need to tell everybody you're waiting on things to become antique before you sell them. That's what you need to tell.
Yeah, pretty much. if it's like $100, if it's $100 or more, most of the times I'll list it. But I still have a lot of $100 items down my basement that aren't listed at all, and it's I have stacks and stacks of dresses and clothes and other. I have a whole corner of just electronics that I have not listed. So
yeah.
I get enough from eBay to pay my eBay fees and pretty much go out and buy storage units, and I don't try to make any more, if that makes sense. It's not like I need to make $100 to pay a certain thing. Just if I want $100, I'll just list something real quick, and then I usually list stuff for half the price it's really worth. So I'll list it on there, and in like a couple of days it'll sell, and then I'll go take that money and go buy whatever I want. And I try to keep cushion in there for returns, of course, and stuff like that. But I have an automatic payment at the end of the month where it takes $100 out of my account for a special savings account. So the last 2 years I've been doing that. I'll take $100 out of my account at the end of the month and put it in a special savings account. It's Acorns, if you guys heard of that. And so I don't really touch that. So basically I'm taking a little bit out of every month, put it back there, and it's like building almost like a 401k from my eBay sales, which is pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah. Donatella said, Jason, your beard is getting so long. I know. This is the longest I've ever had my beard, actually, believe it or not. It's pretty wild. I've actually thought about shaving it, but I decided, you know what the heck? You only live once. I'm going to leave it for a while until I get too hot in the summer to deal with it. Okay, so so you sell your stuff on eBay. Do you sell anywhere else?
Just my market. I rarely ever sell in person. If it's a huge item, if it's a really expensive item, I'll sell it in person. But I don't like people coming to my house to buy stuff, and if it's a big item, I don't want to lug it around. And say we'll meet at Walmart, and 95% of the time people won't show up. So I usually don't have time to do that because I work 2 other jobs. So most of my stuff is eBay or the flea market. If it's a big item, I try to sell it like on Facebook. I rarely ever sell on Craigslist anymore. Yeah, that's my 2 main places is Facebook or eBay and the flea market. And the flea market is pretty cool where they have a giant back room you can go to, and you can put big furniture back there. I have a lot of big furniture back there. And when you sell it, they take like 15% off of the top selling price, and that's what you pay for it to basically house it in their big warehouse in the back. I like that part of that flea market.
Awesome. So like the furniture, the furniture, you just sell that at your booth usually?
So my booth's only an 8x10, so it's jam packed of other things. So I try to keep all the big furniture. They have like a community back room basically, and you put it back there with a special number and your booth number, and then when you sell it, they take 15% off. So big furniture goes in that back room mostly, or I'll put it on Facebook if it's really in my way and I'm tripping over it all the time, like a couch or some deck. I'll put it on Facebook and sell it real quick, or just donate it. So
yeah, it makes sense. Is there something going on with guys in the chat? Is there something going on with our connection? Is it a bad connection? What's going on, guys? Because I've seen a couple comments discussing the camera work. I'm not entirely sure what that really means. So if you guys could elaborate a little bit, maybe we can make things a little better for you guys. So
mine actually updated, but I don't see the chat updating at all. But unless people are not wanting to talk.
Okay, no, it says seems fine. Yeah, here's the thing. Some people might not know how Google Hangouts works. When you're using Google Hangouts on a live YouTube event, what happens is the camera point of view will switch depending on sound. And Chase does have a little bit of extra background noise, so the camera's typically on him unless I'm talking. But that's not that's really neither here nor there. It's not a big issue to me. So, okay. So, what would you say, Chase, is your single most expensive sale from an item out of a storage unit? Just out of curiosity.
If you go back and look at my videos, I bought a unit online, and I bought it for $200, and it had a full boxing ring in it, like a full regulation size boxing ring, and I sold it for $2,300. But that was a big unit, and it had a bunch of military stuff in it. But it was the single most big thing was probably the boxing ring, I would say. I have some other big items actually just picked up recently. Some old antique general store displays. They're about $1,200 a piece, but that one was the biggest item I've ever sold.
Wow, that's quite the flip, man. Was it I guess it was a local sale then, wasn't it?
It was actually an hour and a half away. I usually buy most of my units in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is about an hour from my house. I live out in the boondocks and about an hour out of Indianapolis.
Nice. So what would you say is your favorite find out of everything you found in storage units? What is your very favorite find?
That would be really hard to. Okay, so I guess I do have one favorite find. You can pretty much tell it in my videos. I found a Domino's jacket, Domino's delivery jacket, and I've been wearing it in all my videos. It's a nice spring jacket, even though it says Domino's on it. That's probably what comes to my mind for my favorite find so far. But I find a lot of things that I keep. Honestly, I keep a lot of things for myself, and I have a small hoard going on of all these random items I keep.
That's awesome. So you stored a Domino's jacket. That's pretty classic, man. Absolutely.
I love the thing.
That's freaking cool. So, what would you say is the average going rate for a storage unit there? What you buy? I guess you kind of already explained to us that you try to buy them cheap. Of course, everybody does. But what would you say is the average price that you pay for a storage unit up there?
It really depends on the size and what's in the unit. But some of the auctions, I don't think I've ever seen them go over $1,000 ever. It's very rare for them to get past $500. Very, very, very rare. I bought one myself for $550 before, and that was a one-time thing. But my live auctions I go to, I don't see them go over $500 very often.
Yeah. Chase, if you don't mind, before we do that charity thing, if you can manage to Facebook message me the link to your eBay, I'll be able to put it in the chat, or you can put it in the chat as well when the time comes. But okay, so let's see here. That's really all the questions I have for Chase. I mean, he's really kind of blown through the questions pretty quickly, but I think
I try not to be long-winded.
You're fine, brother. So if there's any questions that you guys might have for Chase, Chris asked, which direction from Indy is Chase? I'm about 45 minutes northeast of Indiana. Indy, I guess.
If I'm Crawfordsville, so yeah, other way.
Okay. Yeah.
My wife yelled west. I'm southwest. Okay. So if he's northeast, he's probably around Lafayette or around there.
Okay, so what the hell and Curious George both have questions. What YouTube channels do you watch? Do you watch any YouTube channels in particular, Chase?
I mean, honestly, I watch, like, if I'm watching a storage unit, a video, I do not have the patience to watch a full storage unit video. That's why I try to make mine really quick and to the point. When I first started to get into storage units, I watched a few just to see if I can learn a few things. I actually remember watching Jeremy on, it was back then when he was HJH Adventures, I think is what it's called. I remember watching a few of his and a few of Storage Auction Pirate. And I don't watch a lot of YouTube unless I'm listening to music from YouTube. I usually just don't have time to do that. I don't really watch a lot. My wife will say different, but I've been watching a little bit of Netflix lately. I actually watched the new Highwayman movie with Woody Harrelson in it about Bonnie and Clyde. Good stuff.
Yep. Awesome.
For YouTube, I don't watch a whole lot of, I guess, storage auction related YouTube because I'm already doing it. There's no need for me to go and basically watch another guy doing the same thing I am. I don't know if that makes sense or not because I'm living it myself. A lot of people watch storage auction YouTube. From my experience, it's to just be in the moment with you when you're buying the unit and seeing what you get. I have so much crap myself that I don't need to go and see all the other crap everybody else is getting. If that makes sense at all. I think I actually watched your video the other day. I think it was a military one that popped up. If it's sometimes they'll pop up my notifications. I'll watch them. I've watched a few of Jesus lately, and I think I watched a few of Mr. Jeremy from What the Hells. Man, he exploded. I remember when him and Jeebus were just like 1,000 subscribers, and all of a sudden I look back, they're like 5. I look back, they're like 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. And like right now, I looked yesterday, they're like at 50. I think they're competing for subscribers. I almost wholeheartedly believe that they're competing because they're like at 53 or 55. I don't know which one has which, but they're insane. They make a lot of videos, and I only have one enough time to make once a week, and I try to and do mine differently, and I spend sometimes 4 to 6 hours editing a video, and I've gotten actually really good at it. So sometimes I've gone to 2 hours or so, but I still have enough time to release a video every day. And man, those guys are full time though too, so they'll be buying a storage auction almost every day and making a video about it, which seems crazy to me.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so George from What the Hells also was curious to know how old you are. How old are you, Chase?
How old am I?
Yeah,
I am 27.
27. Okay, Tyler, is Tyler your brother? Is that what's going on here?
I don't see any of the comments. I'm sorry. Like I'm looking right now, and
Tyler Obermeyer.
Pulling it. He's my stepbrother.
Okay. Yeah, he said earlier that he was your first. He was your first subscriber. He was
my first subscriber. He was my very first subscriber.
That's cool.
See, he always reminds me. By the way, he goes, I'll release a video, and we have a group chat on Facebook, and I'll send it to him, and he's like, "Well, I already saw it." I'm like, "Well, this has only been 5 minutes now." Like, oh my gosh. He's like, "Yeah, I'm your #1 fan. Remember that?"
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. Somebody said Jeebus cracked me up. Yeah, Jeebus is a funny dude, no doubt. I think John from Nevermore Antiques was curious to know whatever happened to that organ that was in that storage unit of yours.
What's that? I'm sorry. I'll read the comments.
No, you're fine. John from Nevermore Antiques was asking about the organ that you found in that storage unit. Whatever happened with that?
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, you guys saw what happened to it in the video. I had no idea I was organ that day, and I had my Prius. And you guys see my videos. I use my Prius a lot for storage units until I got my trailer. And I was almost 2 hours from home that day, and I uncovered an organ and did not know that was going to be in there. I had no way to get it home. I called my brother up to come about 2 hours to help me. I tried to get rid of that thing. I think I tried 3 or 4 hours, calling every store that I could think of, music store, churches that are within an hour from me, some elementary schools I even called, and Goodwills, thrift stores in general. Nobody would take an organ. Nobody would take it. So we destroyed it. And you'd think I'm a mean person for destroying an organ, but honestly, when you look at it in a value standpoint, an organ's not really worth anything, but the components inside are worth more than the organ itself by 10 times over. So I took all the old tube transistors and some of the boards out. I sold them on eBay. I almost sold them instantly. Some of the tubes sold for hundreds of dollars a piece. I got down to the nitty-gritty ones, like $10, $15 a piece. But and you look at the standpoint, I didn't have a place to store an organ at that time. I had my front porch in my basement. I recently just got my brother moved next door, and he has a single-car garage. I use his garage. I basically rent it out from him, or just kind of take it. I don't know. He lets me use it, so it's jam-packed right now. And but at that time, I didn't have anywhere to put it, and I didn't have a way to get it home. So other than leaving it there, forfeiting my auction, like basically if you leave it there, you won't be able to go back to the auction. and it was an online auction I bought from Storage Express, and that Storage Express is very huge in my area, so there was no way I was going to leave it there and not be able to buy it from Storage Express again. So we took care of it a different way with a sledgehammer, and we parted it out. It was fun. I made a video too. I actually have a brand new organ. Well, not brand new. A new organ in my garage right now that I plan on doing the same thing. Sorry, my dog just knocked over my light.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Wanda.
So did you?
It's Wanda right there.
Did you record? You recorded taking a sledgehammer to that organ, right?
Yeah. So it's in my video. You saw what I did to it. We had to do what we had to do.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
I mean, it was a $20 storage unit, so I didn't have a lot of money into it. So, and I didn't have space to put it, so we had to destroy it. I actually probably spent more money calling my brother up there in gas than I spent the storage unit itself. So, did you knock over that light? Huh? Hey, tell everyone you knocked over that light. Huh? You tell everyone.
Pretty cute box.
You guys all know Wanda. She knocked over my light I had set up. Huh? Yeah.
That's crazy.
So if everybody does my videos, there's my two puppies. They're fiends that were chilling out, sleep, and Wanda's over here just terrorizing like she does all the time.
That's funny. Oh, okay. All right, Chase. So, are you? You said you had a giveaway drawing for some of your viewers tonight on live. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I made a giveaway on my last video. Let me turn this light real quick so we can see a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really dark in my living room.
Oh yeah, John said those dogs are awesome, but that breed is high strung. Yeah, boxers, and you cannot. They won't settle down for nothing. They just 90 mile an hour.
Look at her. She's wanting to steal the show again. So I have this little designer bag I told I would give away. Wanda. And I have everyone's names in this big old cowboy hat right here. Wanda. And I have everyone who commented on my video. I printed off all the comments, and my wife generously cut them all out for everyone. So I'll be drawing names out here. And I have 5 bags to do. So we'll start with this one right here. And I'm going to scoot the camera back a little bit. Wanda. All right, Wanda, you want to pick up the first one? Which one do you want? This one be for the Betsy Johnson bag right here. All right, Wanda, ready? So let's pick the name randomly, and I have it picked out. So it'd be a K32. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. Can you see that over there? Oh, she won the Betsy Johnson bag, so I'll be commenting on my YouTube and getting her information or having her email me for the Betsy Johnson bag. So, like I said, I don't like posting stuff on eBay, so I'd rather give it away than post it on there. Here is the brand new, with the tags on it, Victoria's Secret bag from my last video. I thought I'd just give that away too, the brand new tags. Wanda, you want to choose a name? Here we go. Got in the black bag right here. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Melissa Wilcox, this is my mother-in-law. Does she comment on my video? Let me choose a new name. I know she doesn't want this thing, so let me choose a new name.
That's funny.
Your mom won. Oh yeah. So here's a new name right here. Team Wanda. Rebecca Atkinson. So she won this purse right here. This I don't know if she's watching, but here we go. She won this purse. I'm gonna put this one here so I don't forget. And I got two more. Okay. This is a 9 West bag. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. And it's got a little tiny bag in here too that goes with it. This is almost new as well. I'm not giving away my crappy crap, just so you know. This is the good stuff. So we'll choose a name out here for this bag as well. And I basically told my subscribers to, if they want to be in the drawing, just to put their name down below in the comments. That's what I was doing right here. All right, so his name is Fat Shady. Fat Shady. I'm gonna read I'll read the comment up here. I'm not sucking up when I say this, but you're honestly my favorite storage auction guy. Oh my gosh. Wanda and Thene are my favorite dogs, and I love boxers. Please pick me so I can give this amazing bag to my wife. Hey, you won. You won, Fat Shady. You won a different bag, but you won a bag. Here you go.
Oh man!
Congratulations.
I think Fat Shady was sucking up. I think Fat Shady was sucking up, weren't you, Fat Shady? Yeah, you were.
All right, so we have this big old bag right here. This is the bag I couldn't even pronounce. It's a 25-inch or so bag. It's Adrian Vittini. Somebody could probably tell you in the comments what this actually is. It's Adrian Vittini bag. It's a nice little go bag right here. We'll draw out the names right here for that too. And I'll probably do more giveaways in the future if you guys watch my videos and get on the comment. That's a little selfless plug right there. All right, it's Connie Swanson. I don't know if anybody's from here watching, but Connie Swanson and Betsy Johnson is a great brand. Stacy, Macy, or Tracy is a rich girl, had no trouble buying what she wants and discarding it, which that was the owner of the storage unit. It was a college student that just left everything behind. That's all these bags are for. So she won this big old bag right here.
Yeah.
Connie Johnson.
That is
so that basically concludes the baggage I have to give. Let me see here. I gotta remember who I did and which ones. Also, if I can do this as well, I want to plug this in here as well on my eBay page. Let me see. I can send you this link real quick before we get going.
Yeah, guys. Chase is gonna hold essentially a charity event through some of his eBay listings. Okay, and what did you say the charity was for exactly, Chase?
So I've been wanting to do something for the Midwest floods and the ice storm victims out there. The guys that lost everything, all the farmers and everyone that lost all the houses. It's crazy to see some of these pictures where entire little towns are wiped out. And it's one of those things that nobody really talks about, but it's probably equal to a Katrina catastrophe out there. So I wanted to raise money for that. And I thought doing something like this would be pretty cool. Let me send this to you real quick. I'll show you what I have to offer. I got to go through here and find you. Okay.
So essentially, I think what Chase is doing is he's got a portion of his eBay store set up where everything that's in that category in his store, all the proceeds, all the profit and proceeds from everything he's selling in that category are going to go to this. So,
yes.
Chase is going to send me the link here in just a second, and I'm going to share it with you guys. And if you guys feel like buying from Chase to support the cause, you guys are more than welcome to do it.
I'm going to show you. So my last storage unit, guys, I haven't released the video yet, but I bought a storage unit, $5, and I basically bought an entire business that was all vintagey stuff, and like someone who did like stuff like this. You guys see this like little like mason jar, and they made these little things to go, make it to the pump like this, and they had like old shutters, old barnwood. They made like these old vintage stuff on, and so much crafting stuff I can't even imagine. But they lost this storage unit. They actually, the story behind it is this lady had her own flea market booth, or they had more than one booth, and they got a divorce, her and her husband. And actually, when I got to the storage unit, it was pretty well ravaged. where she went in there and grabbed all the stuff she wanted and she just left everything behind. So it wasn't one of those things where she couldn't pay for it. She just didn't want to pay for it. But she left everything in here, including all her merchandise for her store. So these little things right here, I have probably close to 500 kits like this. I'll show you this little kit.
Does it come with the jar, or does it just come with the parts to make the jar?
This is what they look like. This is a little kit right here. And you just basically put on any mason jar lid, or like these are like not really mason jars. They're kind of like little handles, but you can put on any mason jar. And I got a lot of mason jars with it too. But I have all these things on there. And if you go to my eBay store, it's called Mason Jar Charity. I made the whole like category today, and I have like 5 different mason jar varieties. Like one is a what's that? Just the conversion kits.
Okay, yeah. And it looks like there's a mason jar liquid pour spout, so you could use that with like say oil or whatever. There's a soap lotion dispenser. There's 2 different colors of soap lotion dispenser. It looks like there's kind of like a bronze color and then a silver pewter color.
Yep.
And then there's a mason jar toothbrush holder kit. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, and that's I pretty much put on there. I have 100 of each of them, but I have so much more that she looks like she bought everything separately and then made the kits to sell her store. And so she has all extra bags of like stuff to put together, make more bags. And there's probably 500 or 600 of these items I have. And that was just like 3 boxes of the storage unit. And it was a full 5x10 unit or more. So that just gives you an imagination of all the stuff I got from this unit. I wanted to take a portion of that and try to do some kind of charity drive. I thought, so basically my idea is if you go in there and buy it, 100% will go to the families out there. And you basically, I'm selling for $5 a piece, and they think they go normally for $8 to $9. So, and then you pay, I have it separated out, so you pay for shipping separately, so I don't get it all mixed up. So when you pay for shipping, it'll go separately, and I'll have the $5 to give to charity. And so if you go on there and buy it, yeah, it goes straight to charity. I don't need the money for anything, so I'm taking everything and putting it in there.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, you Chase. That's amazing. Good people giving to the ones that need it. You know, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I try to do as much as I can. I've done charity drives in the past on my own, but I'm using your platform to help like push out the word a little bit. I think it'd be pretty neat. And eBay offers this thing where you can put it down as a charity. I'm sure you're aware of that. It's advertised as a charity, but they only have like 3 to choose from when you do that, and those 3 are not anywhere associated with that what I'm trying to do. So I didn't choose it to do that way. So for myself, I have to pay taxes on that, which is fine. But yeah, so I want to take it to a different charity. I haven't really researched what charities are out there helping right now, but I will, and I'll find the one that I think best will fit, and I'll send all the money there.
Awesome, dude. That's amazing. What's going on, Pamela Land? Good to have you here. All right. There's a bunch of people that want to meet your beautiful wife. Do you want to come on camera?
She's over in the corner. Do you want to be on the camera? She said not today. She's not. She's on camera every once in a while. She's in the pajamas and stuff because she's getting ready to go to bed. So it's almost 11 o'clock here. So and she gets to get up at 5. So she's kind of over there hanging out, and she's in her pajamas. She's not photogenically ready for the camera right now.
Hey, I get it. I totally get it.
I can show you Thien. Thien's kind of like going away from the camera. Hey, Thien, you want to be on TV? Hi.
She just looked at you like, what are you doing?
And Wanda finally settled down over there, knocking over my lights and everything. and she gave a big old sigh at me, like, "Oh yeah." So,
funny.
It's just me here. I'm sorry, guys.
No. You're good. Okay, so just out of curiosity, how many? If you guys want Chase and I to look at live storage auctions in your area, or online storage auctions, I should say, go ahead and toss the zip code in the chat, and we're going to pull up storage auctions I guess it would be storagetreasures.com and see if we can't find any. So first people in the chat with zips, and we'll take a look, see what we've got. Now I need to get a pen or a pencil. All right, Frontier Flipper 98632.
We give our professional opinion whether or not to buy it. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. We'll go through them. 90028. We'll just kind of scroll through what they've got currently live, and just kind of try to determine what we think about them. 90620.
I forgot. While you're doing that, I wrote down some interview questions for you, Trader.
All right.
So I think you answered some of these, though. My first one was, how long have you been buying storage units?
About 3 months.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. And what special skill do you possess?
I'm very good at procrastinating.
Oh, we had that in common. My wife laughed so hard over that. I am so big at procrastinating. She was like, "Why are you getting everything ready like 3 hours beforehand?" It's like, I didn't do anything beforehand today, so they're trying to get ready for the show. All right, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8.5". That half counts, man. I'm a short dude.
Okay. We'll take that. What can you bench press?
That's a good question. As much as I need to.
Well, what if you get to a storage unit and you can't push stuff off you in an avalanche situation? Do you ever have people come with you to storage units with you, or are you alone?
Oh, I think I could probably bench press 250 once.
Oh, okay. Once. That's all it takes to get out of a risky situation.
Yeah.
All right, I have another question for you. What state is trial by combat still a legal course of action?
Okay, ask again.
In what state in the United States is trial by combat still legal in the courtroom? One state. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows this.
Anybody in the chat know the answer to the question? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right, I'll tell you. It's New York is the state that's still legal. Not that they will allow it, but still legal.
Interesting.
That was my last question. I wrote these down last week and you asked me.
Golly, I was like geared up and ready for more questions. I'm glad.
I can ask you more. Like, are you married?
Yeah. Married. Been married. Shit. See, we got married in 2011, so I guess that would be 8 years this year.
All right.
Yeah, married 8 years. Have 2 children, ages 7 and almost 4. Both girls. God thought he would be really funny and give me all women in this house. So I got my hands full, no doubt, for sure.
And do they go to storage units with you, or do you just bring everything home for them? That's kind of what I do.
For the most part, no. Wife and kids usually stay home. My wife, she homeschools our children, and so they're usually at home doing their thing. And my 80-year-old grandfather and I, we're the ones that go to the storage unit. Of course, Papa's there for moral support, and I'm doing all the heavy lifting, and he's there to just kind of uplift my spirits and keep me laughing along the way. Because let me tell you, cleaning out a 10 by 20 10 by 25 storage unit by yourself can be a daunting task.
Oh yeah, I'm usually by myself, but if I buy in certain locations, I can get help with friends, and that's basically Lafayette or West Lafayette where I've been. But if I buy in Indianapolis, I'm solo all day long, and I've actually had my grandpa out there helping me too. Is he 75 this year? Grandpa? 76. My grandpa's he's 76, and he just recently moved up here from South Carolina, and I recruit him out there and help me if I can get a unit next to him. But it's been way too cold. I find him recently to get him out there. I don't want him to get out there in 20 degrees or whatever. So he'll be making an appearance here soon.
Yeah. Kathy Johnson said, Jason, wait till they get teenagers. Let me tell you what, guys. When my daughters get old enough, they don't know this yet, but they're going to be working for me. It'll be good. It'll be good for them. Teach them some really just that's how they're going to buy their cars. They're going to work. They're going to work for me, and I'm going to end up paying them paying them with a car
Labor.
At the age of 16. So that's how.
Oh yeah.
It's a
do you ever buy storage units specifically for them?
For what?
Do you ever buy storage units that you think has good toys for your daughters? I bought them before. I saw them, and I bought a storage unit solely because my nephews, they're both 3, would love the toys in it.
No, I'll tell you why, Chase. If you saw this house, you would realize very quickly how much they don't lack in the toy department. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
But they're not new toy units.
Oh, they get new toys. Like, I don't know. I do a lot of retail arbitrage too. And so like what that really is, for those of you that don't know what retail arbitrage is, it's where you go to Walmart and you go to Target, you go to all these big box stores, go through their clearance department, scan items to send to Amazon FBA and make money doing it. Well, when you do that, you run across really good deals all the time. And I'll come home with a bag full of toys that I intend on sending to Amazon. My wife peeks through the bag and grabs a few things and gives them to the kids. So, I mean, they're always getting new crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. All right. Chase, if you want, let's look up some of these zip codes on. All
right.
Let's do that. Let's do that for these peoples. So, I'll let you share and take over the screen. And,
okay.
And then I'll just feed you the zip codes, and we'll just go through the stuff real quick.
All right, here, let's share the screen. Let me know when that gets shared. I think it's starting here. Maybe.
Should be that green screen share button on the top left.
Hope I just can. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It says it's not responding.
Oh,
I hope it doesn't crash right here.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Hang tight.
It's, I don't know. I'm waiting for the prompt to come up here it wants me to close the screen, and I want to do that, so.
I hear you.
You probably be better off sharing yours right now, and then I can come in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Let me get this pulled up. Hang tight, guys. Storage treasures. Let me log in, and then I'll share the screen here. Let's hang on just a second. Well, I guess he disconnected, but hopefully he'll be right back. So let me log into account. All right. 98632. Whose was that? Let me screen share here real quick. Application window. Right here. And share. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hang on. Let me know if you can't. 98632. So we're going to look up that zip. 98632. And we're going to go to 50 miles because obviously 25 miles there was nothing. All right. We've just got a couple here. This is in Woodland, Washington. All right. Pat, this is these are auctions, online auctions. These two icons here on the map are online auctions, but each those are just the facilities that are holding the auctions. So there's two different facilities that are holding auctions here. Looks like we've only got 3 active right now. We've got 13 hours is all we lack on this. So let's just take a look at these real quick. Chase, are you here? I can't hear you. I think your sound's off. I see you, but you're not, but I can't hear you. Hang tight. All right. So in this one, it says slushy machine, tabletops, booth seats, stainless steel counters, rotisserie chicken cooker, and other restaurant equipment. So this is all just restaurant equipment for the most part. I don't know much about this stuff, honestly, guys. The restaurant equipment. So I know that the restaurant equipment business can be big money if you have the right buyer, but this would be, a local purchase, a local sale, most definitely. So we're going to pass on that one. This one looks interesting. That is a very well-loved chest of drawers dresser, but it is, man, that thing is really nice. I always like these antique dressers. Guys, for those of you that have never dealt with never dealt in furniture, dressers are probably the fastest thing to sell in furniture. I don't know why that is. Everybody's looking for a dang dresser. That is a really cool Singer sewing machine. Of course, we're looking at the sideways picture here. Well, we don't know if the sewing machine's in there, but that's the table for it, no doubt. Why? Okay. The sewing machine's not in there. It's just the table. I'm not sure why all these pictures are sideways, but that's what we got. Oh man. That's my worst nightmare. I already get enough of this kind of crap. It is a secretary. Rump Stump Reseller said it's a secretary. Sorry, I was messaging Chase to let him know that he might have to restart. Because for some, I mean, he's in here, but he's in here with me, but I can't hear him. So I'm just waiting for him. I would actually stay away from this unit only because there's not, I mean, that dresser is probably worth, if I was to guess, $150. So I'm not sure. Let's see here. Guys, can just out of curiosity, I don't know. It might actually be me that's lost my sound. Can you guys hear Chase talk? I know he's in the chat with me, but I just can't hear him. So let me know. This says private seller. Okay, Anita said that she cannot. Okay, no Chase. All right, I just didn't know. I didn't know for sure. Yeah, Chase, no good, buddy. If you want, brother, you can hop on maybe on your mobile device or whatever you need to do. But we're just gonna keep looking at the storage unit. Okay, this says private seller. It's a non-lien unit manager special. I'm not entirely sure what to think about these non-lien manager specials. I've never purchased one, although this one looks like it could have some potential items here. What's the price on this right now? $40. Oh, okay, we got 9 days left. We're gonna skip on that one. I don't trust those. Okay. So yeah, that's 98632. We're gonna go to 29640. That's where we're headed next. And this is in South Carolina. Furniture boxes, miscellaneous totes, chairs, mattress, and box springs, office chairs, various items. That looks pretty trashed out. Okay, so when I look at a storage unit like this, I have to assume that the majority of this stuff has been ransacked prior to them defaulting on the unit. So, that's not always the case, but it's hard to really see value in when it's obvious that the people that had this stuff didn't take care of it. So this is not something that I would be really interested in buying, although that whatever that is on the right-hand side has got me intrigued. I don't know what that is. Storage Auction Pirate said, trunks, spider webs, rat poop, dust, and blondes. Let's see here. Is that a storage unit or just a room? That's strange. My gosh, they got these units 33 days before this one ends. My goodness. This one could be something interesting, although it's so far from the ending time. Looks like clothing. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's not really anything in there that's really kind of, catching my eye. I'm going to pass on that one too. What is going on here? Looks like a radio. Everything's just kind of tossed. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here either. Don't buy it. They wear cowboy shirts. Oh, come on. Come on. I wear cowboy shirts. What's wrong with that?
Is that better?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. You're a little quiet, but I can hear you now.
I just restarted my entire computer because I didn't know what's going on.
Really?
Take it from a guy that actually teaches computers in college to screw it up. So
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're back, Chase. Let me let's see here. I guess can you when I'm screen sharing, can you see what I guess you can see what I'm looking at, right?
yeah, yep.
Okay.
You turn the speakers off because every time he makes a noise, it turns to my screen. Alex, let's go outside. Let's go outside with the puppies. Because he's trying to screen share on here, and every time like a noise comes through here, it goes to me.
Oh no, you're fine. No, I've got it to where it's locked.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Alex,
come on, man, let's go.
Yeah, I got it locked on me.
Okay.
Okay. If you can get your microphone just a little bit louder, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was muting it for a minute.
No, you're good. You're good. That's a lot better. All right. Dude, guys, I really like totes. I'm a huge fan of totes. Anytime I see totes, I'm mesmerized. I don't know why. Are you the same way, Chase? What do you look for?
When I buy storage units, I find I do not want to see the back of the storage unit. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see the back?
Nope. There's when I see totes, I just see people buying it for ridiculous amounts of money. So I look for junk. I get in the junk. I dive in that junk.
Oh yeah.
You know, I buy $5 storage units, so there's always good stuff in $5 storage units, and I never go wrong. But yeah, for most storage units, I try to buy that are completely full. I can't see the back. I don't do the I think what Jeremy, what the Hales is one of those things where he's probably one of them where, you know, they say define the one item that'll pay for the unit. I don't even look at one items. I just, if I see something or a theme, I go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's either a washer or a dryer. So I mean, shoot, you know, with this one, with as many totes, okay, here's the thing. What we can see is a lot of toys, and that scares me. To be honest, I don't like seeing a ton of children's toys in storage units. I really don't. Because that means two things. Either you're going to get even more toys, or you know, let's face it, kids tear stuff up. It's just, you know, the worst thing I ever did in my entire life was buy a $3,000 sectional for my living room right before having children. That's probably the dumbest thing I ever did in my life. So,
oh geez,
kids tear things up. So.
That unit right there is already $110 and 30. I've never seen one this early. 33 days. That thing's gonna go for $500-$600 easily. Yeah. There's no denying it. Where is it at? It's in South Carolina. Yeah, it's gonna go really expensive.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna actually go to 90028. I'm not sure exactly where that is. We're about to find out. So
I was also looking at the chat earlier because when I was rebooting my computer, I'm pretty sure my mom is signed into my Google account and she was commenting on the chat through my Chase Thrifts name. So if you see, because I hardly ever, I didn't say anything, but I saw she said Nashville on there, and I was like, I didn't say that. And I realized I think it's my mom's account.
That's hilarious.
I remember signing into it like when we was traveling a couple weeks ago, and I think she's still signed into it.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, let's see here. We are 90028. Oh shoot, we only need to go to 25 miles with this one. I think we're in California now. Los Angeles. Whoa, what's going on here? Only 18 hours left to go. $140. This is in Los Angeles, California. We got to take a look at this. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. Banker's boxes. Hopefully that's not all paperwork. But oh no. Are you seeing that box in the back has got me intrigued? That it's almost like a road case of some sort. Okay. I'd have to, with that tall file cabinet, I would have to say that those boxes, those banker's boxes, are probably full of paperwork.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy that. I already see a lot of work and a lot of fun. That's just me. I'll let to look at it for 2 seconds and go, nah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's an old business. They just throw the papers in.
Here, I'm going to scroll down these, and you tell me if you see one that you would like to look at, and I want you to kind of dig into it with your mind and let us know what you're thinking out loud.
All right, go to that one right there. $310.
Okay, this one. All right.
That one looks kind of interesting because there could be some cool stuff in there. I mean, it looks like an older person's unit, and sometimes with the older people, they put all their cool stuff in storage, all their old antique stuff that they don't want to hang around.
Sure.
But it's a little different. It kind of looks like an old person's storage. But like you said, the dressers, you could sell those like in like 5 minutes if you needed to. And there's no beds. How about I say that? There's no beds in there to move. So
that. And that actually looks like a nice dresser in the back there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a nice one. And those drawers could be full of jewelry or something. You never know. The last one I bought it was full of jewelry, the dressers, and I found some 10-karat gold rings and stuff like that. Coming up in my next video. So I hoard all that stuff. When I find it, I hoard all the rings and jewelry, and I don't really sell it. And I just have like a jar of rings, kind of like a backup. If I ever need money, I have a jar of gold rings and silver.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know if you saw that video of mine. I actually bought a storage unit for $600, found 8 ounces of gold. I sold it all. I made like a little over $5,500 just in the weight. Gold weight.
It's a lot of gold.
It was crazy.
Oh, there's the beds.
There's the bed. Oh. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I would rather. I don't mind dealing with beds.
I'm not scared of beds though.
It's literally one load to the transfer station for me. What I don't like dealing with is a boatload of clothing. I mean, I've dealt with clothing for 11 years of my reselling career. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
I don't hardly even look at it anymore. I was actually taking stuff to the dump this week, and I had bags of clothes that I haven't even went through because I didn't even open them. And I found some good stuff in there. I just opened it up, shook it out in my trailer real quick, and I got a gorilla mask in there, an old 1976 200th anniversary American belt buckle, and some other things. But I would have thrown them away if I didn't look at it. That's the biggest thing for me. Sometimes I have this in the back of my mind where I accidentally throw away gold or some random thing that's tucked, because sometimes I don't go through stuff fully like I should. I look through all the pockets, and like some of those clothing could have $100 bills in there or something, and unless you take the time to do it.
Oh, that's it. That's the thing. In this storage unit I got, I was going through the clothing, and there was a blazer. There was a blazer jacket, like just in this box full of clothing. And I was just going through the clothing one by one because I mean, I know clothing brands very well. And this is interesting. Is that a Das Boot? I think that's a Das Boot.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But anyways, on this blazer, music equipment. Hey, that's a Nova something. That's a MIDI keyboard is what that is, guys. And that's worth a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, on this blazer, there was a little pin on like a little lapel pin. And I took it off. It was a little dragon. 18 karat gold.
My goodness.
I almost put that blazer just in the garage sale pile.
Oh man. Someone bought that instantly.
Oh yeah. There's a laptop. We've got a laptop in here, and of course that MIDI keyboard. And
I think I might buy this unit if it came to the right price. This one might be one I'd be interested in.
Yeah,
I like electronics. I like messing with electronics.
Oh yeah.
So I teach actually electronics at night for college, and I take a lot of stuff like that, and we'll take it apart in my class, and then I'll sell the parts online. A lot of times I don't sell full electronics anymore because eBay's return policy is garbage, and you'll get returns for no apparent reason. And so I just sell parts of electronics, and on those you just sell 4 parts, and you can't get returns on that sometimes. Depends how you sell it, but sometimes I'll buy a storage unit just for the electronics to take apart.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Let me get back to screen share. I don't know what happened. Share. Okay. So here we go.
In Los Angeles, oh my goodness, these are going to go expensive.
I mean, we've still got 5 days left to go, so yeah, it's gonna take a little while to really get a grasp as to how much this is gonna go for. But I mean, honestly, with what I'm seeing here, that's a laptop. I'm not entirely sure what those are up above there, stacked up underneath that box, but that.
Oh, that adds to the mystery of the unit. I don't like knowing what's in there.
Oh, man,
I go in there with a complete blind eye sometimes.
Oh man, I try to profile as much as I can, at least, just to kind of count up how much I can actually spend.
Do you mostly buy live or online?
Both.
Okay.
Both, yeah.
So yeah, so like in Indiana, sometimes there just isn't live auctions, and there'll be some online. But I try to avoid online as much as possible. But if I'm not buying a storage unit for a couple of weeks, I'll look at online. But man, some of those prices just go ridiculously high because everyone just sits here and looks at them all day long.
Yeah,
price everything. I've seen people told me they take a notepad and just like add up everything they see in there, and that's not fun for me. That's not fun. I like to go in there with complete bewilderment and finding things and just like So I try to buy. So the other auction I go to is called a U-Haul auction, and they do it for the entire, basically in central Indiana or in a little bit wider. And they take pictures. All the U-Hauls will take pictures of their units for sale and send them up to the central U-Haul office. And we gather around in a conference room, and you sit down on a chair, and they have these 47-inch screen TVs, and they literally pull out Windows Media Player, and they'll have like 4 pictures for each locker, and you're sitting back, 10, 15 feet away from the TV, and you hardly can't see anything you're bidding on. That's fun for me because I don't know what the hell I'm bidding on because you can't see anything. It's so hard to see. That's a different medium from live to online. It's like a different in between, really weird state of buying units is through a TV screen through Windows Media Player. I like that auction.
This unit has got me mesmerized. I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, we got
that one looks heck of fun. I'd dive into that one for sure. I mean,
it looks like, from this photo, it looks almost like a seamstress shop. You got all the look at all of that freaking the yards and yards of fabric there. That's crazy. And then, of course, down here, down below that table, has got me interested. It looks to the bottom right. I don't know if those are LP records or if those are patterns. But
yeah.
And then on the bottom left, I mean, we've got, looks like a couple of 2 or 3 chests of something. So
that's like an interesting unit for sure.
And then up here, I think man, wouldn't that be devastating if every single one of those was empty? But those look like they're all like drills and power tools.
Yeah, and definitely go into it if it's $510 now. My gosh, it's gonna double, triple the price. How many days is left on that thing?
Uh, 510. There's 7 days
Oh my
left.
gosh, that thing is going to go for thousands, especially in Los Angeles. My goodness, that thing is going to go for. How much you would guess that would go for?
Oh, dude, I couldn't even guess. Los Angeles, California. I would say it would probably go. I'm gonna just go on out on the limb and say, probably $2,000.
Yeah, I'd say that. And like a locker like that, if it was live in my area, would probably go for $500.
Melissa said, "Jason, you cheater. Why aren't you in the Moo costume?" Yeah. Okay, so somebody, or I guess Melissa said that since I bought the cow costume unit last week, that next time I go live, I have to wear my Moo costume. But I'm sorry, not gonna do it. Actually, I actually was going to do it, but the problem was it was really dirty, and I just literally threw it in the dumpster. So,
Hey, I see storage auction pirate down here. I just looked at my phone.
oh yeah,
Area, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in California, yeah, for sure.
I know he's like in California somewhere, but he said he wouldn't buy it. So
90620. Let's look there. See what's going on. I think it's also. Yeah, it's also. Sorry, excuse me. Long Beach, southeast of California, Anaheim area. Let's see here. One stop storage. This is a big one. This is a 10 by 20. 3 days left. It's at $270 currently. Lots of unknown in here, guys. Lots of unknown.
ooh, that's kind of what I want right there. I'd buy that one for sure.
Man.
I've actually thought about doing well, probably not to California, but buying a locker online and like traveling a few states over to pick it up. I think it'd be a fun experience. Be a heck of an expensive experience, but I think I don't really know. I don't have any experience by buying lockers not in my state, but maybe they'll have different types of items in there or something of that nature. Because once you start doing this here, you kind of find the same things over and over again. Indiana is big in manufacturing. You know, they have everyone works in a factory mostly, so you see like the same things in some of these units. I think if you go down like I don't know, say Florida, maybe you'll find something different, or California, or even just another like Pennsylvania or something like that. I think that'd be a fun thing to do, is to see the different types of normal items you find.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Man,
Is that piano or an organ?
no.
That's a unit. Okay.
No. But man, I like seeing at least one thing that would,
My gosh, that unit looks gigantic. I don't know if I'd buy it that big. that's so many trips in my little trailer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a 10 by 20. If you're anything like me, like I have to be careful what I buy too, because I just have a truck and trailer. I don't have a big box truck just yet. I'm looking into possibly getting one very soon, but I just don't have one yet.
Yeah, I just use my little trailer. Like mine's I think an 8x10 trailer. It's all I got. If you've seen my videos, it's the Bandit trailer I ever did. It's a tribute to Smoking the Bandit.
Nice.
Pretty cool little trailer. Check it out.
Man, there is so much stuff in here. I don't even know. Hey, at least it's all boxed up,
Yeah. I've only bought one unit that big before. It was my second buy I've ever bought for a live auction, and it was full of LED lighting, and I flipped it. I actually bought it for $5, and it was because at the end of the auction I didn't buy anything, and it went unsold. And I went back to the auctioneer and I told him I paid him $5 for that unit. He let me have it, and it ended up being worth $25,000. All the LED lighting equipment in there. It was lighting for big gas station LED overhead lights, and my old job was a commercial lighting specialist, so I knew the name brands when I saw them in the boxes. But everyone thought they were empty. Turned out as a 22 foot unit, the first half was empty, the second half was full, and it was $25,000 worth of lighting. And I sold it to a contractor I knew in the area for $2,500. All of it. Just I didn't even move it out. I moved it out of there, moved it straight to his facility across the street.
Wow. Call me crazy, but I think that there's actually something of value in this load of trash.
Oh yeah, those are the ones I buy right there.
You and Jeebus both.
Dive in that thing. You'll find a couple things. My area for dumping fees is super cheap, so I don't care throwing stuff away like that.
Look at that. I think those are brand new bed sheets.
Nice. For $1 a piece at my store. Well, how much is this unit going for in California? Is it California still?
3 days, 13 hours. So 4 days left to go. It's at $10.
If you're in California, it should be a good first locker for someone right here.
I think treasure hustlers should hop on this one.
Yeah, I'd do it.
It's right in their backyard.
You never know what's in that thing. Man, gosh, I'd buy it. And it'll probably go for $100. Looks like 150 or so. I'd still pay for that. Those are the ones you find in my area for $5 though, all day long. So
yeah. Well, right now it's only double that cost at $10.
It looks like there's some good stuff in there. I mean, they just didn't care about it. They just tossed it in there. Got a nice old mattress or something right there, or whatever it is.
There is such a thing as, hoarding nice stuff. But
yeah.
I mean, it's not packed well, but I mean, I've never seen a hoarder actually pack well.
No, they don't.
Black trash bags. I know a buddy of mine picked up a unit that was literally full of black trash bags. He bought it for cheap. And he said every bag he opened had some kind of coin or cash money in it. By the end of the unit, he had over $1,200 in literal cash.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is that a pull queue down there in the very bottom? No, no. I'm seeing things. Okay. So let's go to another one. That was 90620. We got one more, guys. 02914. We're gonna go to that one. 02914. Where are we? Providence. Okay, Rhode Island. We're in Rhode Island. Man, that's the entire opposite end of the spectrum here.
Did someone say they have a trailer for every day of the week? It's like changing panties. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of trailers.
That's a lot.
I don't know about you, but I got a lot of underpants.
Oh man, okay, we got 5 days, like just over 6 days left.
Hey, this is in Indiana right here. No, that's not Indiana. I can't read
Rhode
that.
Island.
Rhode Island. I thought I said IN.
There's a trunk. What the hell? There's a trunk.
I try not to chase the trunks, man. They go, yeah. I don't chase trunks, safes, or tools. I avoid those at all costs because that's how you get into this big game of bidding up, or gun cases if you can see them clearly. I don't even bid on those units because you end up spending $1,000. It's going to be empty.
Yeah, this looks like it's all furniture plus the trunk, I mean, and if I was betting, considering we're not seeing really anything else, I bet
it's empty.
They're probably empty. Yeah.
But there's always a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
That's what I tell my wife. There's always a chance this might be full. You just never know.
Right. I want that junk in the trunk, Jeremy. What the hell said?
It might be full of old underwear. You never know.
It could be literal junk. Who knows? This doesn't look bad. Of course, it's already up there a little bit. $320. I would probably pay just bird's eye view here. I would pay $500 for this unit. Bird's eye view. Now I would pay $600 for this unit.
What the hell said I'd make more money in YouTube than I would from opening the trunk itself. I know I would because people. I see your videos. What the hell? You have most of yours is either a safe or a trunk or somebody coming to get your unit back. I need to hire some actors to do that for me.
Oh, so,
I'll give you $20 if you come up to me and just tell me that's your locker.
yeah, yeah. Oh shoot! You know, honestly, the same day that I bought my 2 units, there was a guy that bought a unit for $60, and I followed him in there with my video camera. I was like, "Hey, man, what'd you end up getting?" You know, and he was real nice about it. You know, no problems at all. And he started shining his light around, and there was a John Deere self-propelled push mower in the corner. I was like, holy crap, dude, you bought this storage unit for $60 and nobody saw that John Deere lawn mower over there. I was like, you easily got your money back right there. So and then he took a jacket right off the top of an open box, and the box was plumb full of video games. I was like, man, you got this.
That's what I love about storage units. You just never know what you can find. And I add to my personal collection most of the time. I'm big into video games, and if I don't know, but I'm huge into 8-track tapes. So whenever I find 8-track tapes, they go into my personal collection. I actually probably one of the only millennials you'll ever see with 8-tracks.
Oh yeah, man. I've sat down and listened to 8-tracks and before. Like,
oh yeah, I have a player, and I have it out in my garage, and we've listened to 8-tracks all the time. I love it.
That's a Christmas train. Okay, something to tell you about these little choo-choo trains that go around the Christmas tree. Some of them can be worth a lot of money. There's a weird cult-like following for trains and train stuff. It's crazy. Like, people collect this stuff. Jeremy said, I'll be returning another one on Saturday with Jeebus. He's coming specifically because of it. So there's plenty of real people on a daily basis. I'll be returning a unit tomorrow. He wants his unit back. Okay. I have a huge 8-track stash in the unit I'm working on now. Oh, Jeremy's asking if you want his 8-track stash that he's got in the unit he's working on now.
Oh yeah, I think I responded and said yes. I want any and all 8-track tapes.
Oh, I see it.
I actually repair them too. So a lot of times you buy them, they're just junk. I have to end up repairing them, and I have a stack. Oh my gosh, like probably 100 deep of ones I need to repair, but they're all good ones, like Kiss and Foreigner, stuff like that just are hard to find and good working condition. I actually buy the new pads and stuff for them.
This furniture right here is solid hardwood furniture, and it's not new. It's pretty old furniture, and this shelving unit right here is possibly even antique, and there looks like a little step stool inside there that looks to me to be antique. It's not a step stool; it'd be like a footrest. But I would buy this unit. I would definitely buy this unit. I like the uniqueness of the furniture. Furniture can tell a lot about someone and the rest of their belongings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Look at all these suit jackets.
That was a good unit. Not yeah. I mean, they hung their stuff up nicely. That almost looks like some old military uniforms, but I can't really tell from the picture. Some of them you can't. I don't know. They might just be old suits too.
Yeah.
So, like what Jeremy said earlier, like buying a trunk or buying a safe and advertising it as like your big thing on YouTube, military stuff kills it on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but if you just say something military in your title, you'll like my last 2 good videos. Okay, so I don't get a lot of views, and it doesn't really bother me, but they were military related, and some of my bigger videos I have on my channel are just boring ass videos, but people watch it because it's like an enticing title or something military or a safe or something like that. And some of them are just really boring. And I feel like that's probably where I got most of my subscribers from, or from my boring videos. It's kind of crazy to think about.
I'm still trying to figure out what this is. Is this a mulcher? What is this? It's a craftsman of a craftsman something.
It's probably something that don't run.
It looks pretty fresh.
Yeah, get some old gas in there. It's I think it's some kind of, maybe it's a snowblower. Can't really tell. Or a mulcher.
Yeah, I've never seen a snowblower in real life.
If it's a snowblower, you don't want that. You can't get rid of that nowadays. It's
yeah, I bet you're right. It looks like it's probably a snowblower.
You gotta have that certain season.
Not here. Not here. Oklahoma doesn't get that much snow.
My next units I wanted to buy was actually go off of, I've been talking to a few people, is going off of military bases and buying some. There's a huge military bases around where I'm at, and there's a lot of storage units around them. But I don't know, some of that stuff, it kind of bothers me buying that, because you're basically buying a soldier's unit and you don't know what happened to them. So, but it is a huge YouTube draw, and I sell military stuff so easy in my stores here in town. I could put a jacket out there for $20, it'll be gone within an hour. And online, not as easy to sell military stuff, but around here where they're all country folk, they buy the crap out of anything, even the socks. Okay, so I'll put used socks for a couple of bucks and people will buy them. I don't know what it is.
What? Used socks?
Used socks. They'll buy them military. If it says military on it, they'll buy it, like an old military Federal Reserve notebook. I'll sell for $5, even if it's written in. We'll buy it. Anything military related.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm finishing up today. I just finished up digging through the military storage unit that I bought. It was actually the very first storage unit I ever bought. And I just finished today digging through the rest of it.
What a way to start. If you put it on YouTube, you probably get a lot of views on it too, because it's military.
It's there.
And you probably get a lot of troll comments about how you should give it all back.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
don't want to bother you.
This is a business.
Yeah, don't want to bother you at all. I mean, if it's something personal, you're gonna leave it back with the unit, or I've tried to get a hold of some of them. Sometimes they're just unreachable, and you can't get some of that stuff back. So I actually, if you go to my basement right now, I have a corner dedicated to all the old stuff that I just couldn't give back to the original owner. So if one day they decide to get a hold of me, I have their old crap that's sentimental enough. Sometimes they say to leave it back of the unit, but some of this stuff I just don't trust the storage unit places to give it back. I've seen them throw crap out after, if it's like a month, they'll just throw it out and they don't care, or they'll take it home themselves. One of the units I got that was military, I left some of the personal stuff behind, like his ID cards and everything, but I took his other stuff home, and I still have it in the corner, like his old military uniforms that have his name patched on, and his medals and stuff like that. I still have that stuff, and I would feel really crappy about myself if I sold a old Army medal from a storage unit, because that just screams bad karma.
Yeah. Aaron Cloge said public storage won't auction them if it's military. I believe that the storage unit itself was owned by not someone military, but they were dating a military person.
They will sell military around here, but they give them like 3 years to respond.
Right.
To, calls or whatever, and then they'll eventually auction it off, because they have to auction it off eventually.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, and the reason why I say that is because this unit in particular did come from a public storage facility. But like I said, I think that the unit was probably under the name of someone that was not in the military, but was dating or was married to an individual in the military. So,
yeah.
But yeah, guys, I guess that's gonna pretty much do it for tonight. Chase, did you? Man, I had a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. This is my very first live YouTube anything, so I try to live behind the mirage of my edited videos, but here we are, unedited, uncut. Here we go.
Hey, that's the thing. That's the beauty. The cool thing about lives is you get to kind of conversate and you get to interact with your followers,
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I like that
People,
part. Maybe I'll do some live stuff someday.
you should. I mean, don't overkill it. Like, I know some YouTubers that go live every single day, and I mean, I guess you could do it if you want to, but I enjoy making edited content. I really do. That's something that I love to do, and I love to come live. Try to come live once a week, just to talk with everybody and kind of have people like you on and get to know other resellers and kind of pick their brains on how they run their operation. Because like I said, I've only been buying storage units for 3 months. I'm still trying to cross my T's and dot my I's and figure everything out. So
Operations is a shit show if you ever see it. So I'm sorry, I don't have any good tips. My wife whips me in shape. She's very organized. I'm very disorganized. I just have crap laying everywhere. Yeah, you don't want to take any tips from me.
you look behind me. You think I don't have crap?
If I'm in my office right now, you'd see what I got, and I have my stuff in every freaking room in my house. I have a 3-bedroom house, and it's just me and my wife, and one full spare bedroom's full. I took my entire basement over. I took there's stuff out in my living room right now everywhere, and my office is full. It's crazy. I mean, I need. My plan is that we're buying a house here soon that has a full barn on it, and that's going to be the storage unit barn. And I don't know how much longer I'll be doing storage units. I don't really know. I am a very addictive personality person, where I'll get on something really hardcore, and then one day something will click and be like, I don't really want to do this anymore. And I was actually telling my wife the other day, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do storage units anymore. It's just a lot of work, but I think I'm going to stick to it just for now. I eventually, my plan was, to buy small stuff at Goodwill and because I don't have any overhead, and like stack money and eventually be buying bigger items, like say cars, and then you could buy bigger items than that, like farm equipment or something, and start flipping that and flipping until you get the higher echelon. But I'm still stuck on storage units because I freaking love the treasure hunt. I don't know. I still want to buy them, and they're so cheap around here. I just can't stop doing it, and they're everywhere. And there's only like 10 buyers in my area, so there's no reason to stop, I guess.
Storage Auction Pirate said, I'm waiting to find my wife in a storage unit.
Our house is a storage unit.
Oh man.
No, she supports it because I give her all our cool stuff in storage units.
That's awesome.
See these guys right here. Look at these guys. They fell asleep.
Oh yeah. They said, hey, we're not waiting anymore. Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming tonight. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for the entertainment. If you're not subscribed to Chase, please go do so. If you're not subscribed to me, you should. And definitely hit that like button. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, guys, keep on picking that trash and making that cash. Have a good night.
See you later.